What's good up? Jamie Stenhouse here, currently in Vienna, Austria, and tonight we're going to be talking about 3 of the biggest and most common mistakes entrepreneurs are making when they begin to outsource their digital marketing to contractors or freelancers. If you're doing your own marketing online and you want to expand, you have to avoid these 3 main problems I'll be walking you through right now in this video today. So the most common mistake that entrepreneurs have, coaches, consultants, trainers, all people in that industry or even agency owners is their product any good? If you haven't got proof of concept organized and you don't have that result in, then it's really hard to hire a team to do the marketing for you around that product. Let me elaborate. So let's say you're doing a launch campaign, you have emails, you have ad copy, you have sales copy, all of that, and you haven't tested this product, and it's going to be super hard to hire someone else to create that copy for you, to create those email campaigns for you, to do your ad campaigns if you haven't got that proven concept nailed down, because they'll be playing with variables that you haven't worked out on your own yet. So you always want to ensure that even if it's just 3 to 10 clients in through the door, through a very basic, very generic opt-in page, through some email campaigns that you've thrown together to the best of your abilities, to some ad campaigns that you maybe have drafted up, you've launched, and you've got traffic coming through, at least then you give a point for your team to begin with, to begin optimizing and begin working with your company, with your brand, to actually do your marketing for you. Too many times entrepreneurs will create a product and they go, okay, I need to hire someone to market this, without actually doing any proof of concept. Without doing any proof of concept. Begin doing some cold calls or begin putting out some posts inside some groups. Get any proof of concept that people are actually A, interested in this product, B, actively looking for the product, and C, want you and like your option for a possible solution to that problem. When you have a good product, it's unbelievably easy to create a marketing team around that. When you have a product that is just an idea that maybe you haven't fully proven yet, or maybe you don't have enough clients, or maybe you have 1 or 2 clients who are your friends or your uncles or your aunties, right? You haven't got enough information about the marketing process to go out and begin outsourcing it. So before you hire a marketing team, before you outsource your digital marketing to Upwork or onlinejobs.ph, ensure your product is actually legit, it works. Even if you just get a few scores up on the board, at least you have some traction coming in, so that when you begin to hire a marketing team, the whole process is easier because they're working with a product that actually wins. So problem number 2 that we see time and time again inside the Dream Team Intensive, and it's not so common in the digital marketing space, but it is for coaches, consultants, authors, speakers, trainers, is that a lot of them are just the visionary people, right? They just want to have their grand idea and they want to have someone come in and execute it for them. However, when that happens, and you might be able to relate to this as I can from my previous entrepreneurial projects and companies, is I would have this amazing idea and I would go, okay, I'm going to hire a team to create this idea and do everything for me because I am the visionary. However, if you want to build a good, solid marketing team, you need to be to some degree a tactician. You need to know the language of SEO or the language of email marketing, or know your way around active campaign, just to a certain degree, so that you can check on your team's work, check on their progress, help them out, point them in the right direction, speak the right language as well. So this really comes down to ensuring that you know the skill set you want to outsource. And I know that sounds completely backwards, right? Like you want to outsource to not do the work. Now I'm telling you to learn the platform to do some work to outsource. Yes, because when you understand the language of the task you want to outsource, when you understand the ins and outs, the little nuances of the task of, okay, what should this look like? How should this be outsourced? Where should my team be clicking? How long should this task be taking them? When you understand that to even an entry level degree, it's abnormally easier to outsource for, because you can talk the same language. You can proof their work without being concerned about them trying to cheat you for your time or trying to overcharge you, right? You know how long it should take. Rule, well, not really rule, I guess we'll call it a rule now, but problem and rule number 2 is to ensure that you know the task you're outsourcing for. This doesn't mean that you have to become an expert in it. Just hop onto YouTube, do 2 to 4 hours and learn your way around the platform, or learn the beginning entry points of that task, so that when you go to hire for it, you know what they're doing. You know how to communicate your ideas effectively, rather than being the glorified visionary up on the pedestal. Get into the trenches for a few days, for a few weeks. Learn the program you want to outsource for. Learn the platform, the skill set, the language, the task you want to outsource for, so you can become a full stack business owner and really outsource effectively. You want to do. You still want to be in control of everything, and you want to just amplify your own skill sets 2x, 10x, 20x by hiring a digital marketing team. However, if your skill set is zilch, 0, then when you multiply that by 2x, 10x, 20x, it's still 0. So even just having some degree of skill set in there will allow you to hire and outsource a digital marketing team a lot easier than someone who has got no skill set in that area. Now, problem number 3 when it comes to outsourcing your marketing, if it be you want to hire through Upwork or online jobs, or even if you want to hire a single freelancer to take care of all of it, the number one thing I would say, if you can, is try to avoid A players. The reason for that, and I know this is controversial and it goes against what a lot of people tend to say, but when you're just getting to outsource and you're beginning to grow your team for your digital marketing team, for your company or for your project, is you want to avoid A players as much as possible. Now, there's a few reasons behind this. The first is that they're really expensive, right? So when you're first creating your marketing team, you want to begin with a team that can get you scores on the board, with a team that can begin driving profit to you, with a team that you can control and that you know the cause and effect of as well. The problem with A players, and this is kind of a problem and a blessing as well, but I would say more so of a problem for new and upcoming agencies that are coming through our Dream Team intensive program, is that they're keen just to offload a whole client to a single A player. They just want to outsource the copy and the ads and the emails and the landing pages to this amazing single A player who can take care of everything. And while that's great, while that's a dream, and that's something that we do encourage down the track, is that when a player goes to complete that task, there's no clear cause and effect for it. All that you have done to achieve that result for your client is you've just given that A player that project, and now they've gone ahead and done something to get that result. And now that result isn't duplicatable, and now you're reliant on that A player. So if they choose to create their own agency, or they choose to work with someone else, or they choose to increase their prices, now you're trapped in a corner, because your work now relies on their creativity, their magic, rather than your processes. Rather than a checklist that you've designed, you're going with their ideas, which can be good because it gets results that you wouldn't be otherwise able to achieve. But at the same time, it's not duplicatable, it's not scalable, it's not replicatable, right? You want to create processes, or you want to create a company that relies on processes, not people, as much as possible, of course. If you can, grow slowly through developing processes, through learning the skill sets that you need to before you hire for them, and make sure your product is actually good. And if you do these in that order that I explained in this video tonight here in Austria, you will be surprised at where you'll be in 3-4 months down the track, just like many of our Dream Team intensive clients are, when they do the work and they do those things in the correct order. Take it slow. Do not rush this outsourcing process. Make sure your product is good. Make sure you change it, maybe tweak the headline, optimize the offering, change the pricing. Just tweak it till you know it is converting and you have a good proof of concept. Once you hit about the 4 to 6 client mark, okay, great. Now let's begin learning that skill set that you want to hire for. When you get to that point and you're confident, not so confident that you know the whole thing, but maybe you do a short Udemy course. Maybe you do 4 hours on email marketing, 2 hours on advertising, right? You just learn enough to understand the basics of the skill set you want to hire for. Once you cross that hurdle, you begin to hire. You avoid A players that charge too much, that offer creativity that you can't duplicate, scale, and replicate, and that might leave you in the future or possibly present future problems that could have been avoided if you took the time to design out the process. So I do want to encourage you to like, comment, subscribe, do all those cool things, and let me know which one of the 3 points really resonated with you in today's video. I'll be reviewing all comments, answering questions, doing all of that cool stuff as well. So if you have any questions, put them below this and I will get back to you shortly. And like, comment, subscribe if you like this, because I'll be launching out a video every single week, and I'll see you in the next one.